let's get into stuff like school and things like that. Like, I honestly think that my kids don't have to go to school. They could stay home, and if they would actually listen to what I'm saying and teaching them, I could help them. I mean, if they want to sit there and play video games and watch TV, I guess they can. I mean, they don't listen to me anyway, but they should. And here's what I would do. I would teach them, I would get them doing physical things, doing things to use their imagination and creativity to find out what they would want the world to be. And other than that, they would be reading and writing, and they would want to. They would find their own passion. They would be out moving and being physical and triggering their minds. I'd be feeding them right and having them eat the right way and going through the changes that we all need to go through, like an actual creature of nature. We could live to be like 150, 160, 300, 500. We could live to be whatever if we learn how to preserve our bodies instead of keep putting poison in it. I mean, we're living longer because we're stretching ourselves out, and we're learning some things, but it's not by the food we're eating. It's by time is speeding up. I mean, that's not the only reason, but there's a lot of other reasons and factors in there, because we know ways to heal ourselves, and modern medicine has helped us with just simple things like infections and things like that. But that's also a belief system too. That's always been like back in the day. If you saw yourself bleeding and you didn't know somebody was there to help you, you'd freak out and you die from it. And if somebody could help you, and even if they could help somebody else and they've helped others, they can't help you because you're afraid. You're so scared you're going to die that you die. Well, nowadays we just know that if we take these pills, it gets rid of the headache. You take this and this goes away. And you take that and it goes away. Next time you have a headache, I just want you to try something. Take a spoonful of water and tell the water before you take it, and really believe it, and just say you're going to get rid of my headache, and thank you very much for getting rid of my headache. And bam, within 10 minutes your headache will be gone. You don't need to take any pills. You don't need to do anything like that. You're just talking yourself into it, and you're sealing the deal by taking a pill, by thinking the pill has the thing. And all the pill has in is some chemicals for your body to digest and whatever, so it reacts. So since you have a body reaction, you link that to getting rid of the pain of your headache. I mean, some modern medicines do work because they do have plants and herbal things in them, which are part of your body, because your body is part of the earth, which is basically herbs and spices and foods and vegetation, not meat, because that's just a secondary thing that eats vegetation. And if it doesn't eat vegetation, it's eating secondary meat of something that eats vegetation, or insects and bugs that feed off of vegetation, or things like of that nature. It all originally comes from the ground. Something. So anyway, when it comes to school, I would have my kids learning things they need to learn, not all this extra stuff. I would find out what they really want to do. But the thing is, the kids would have, if they started at a younger age, they would be motivated to do it. When you start them at a young age and you start giving them all this hubbub that they don't need to learn, they don't want to do it. They're forced to. I'm getting some kind of silly call right now. Just rang one time. It's one of those lovely people that call you and hang up and give you a voicemail. Anyway, I'm at this point now where I'm here for the ones I love, and I'm here, and we don't need to live the way that they tell us to. And I don't really want to anymore. I can't. Because of the experience that I've had, I can't. I can't possibly live that way anymore. And I'm not crazy for it. I mean, look at everybody just saying, well, you have to because that's the rules we've made, or they've made, and we're following them. And why are we following them? Because we're wearing these outfits and these uniforms and these suits, and we're somebody more important than you because we have these suits on. But when we take them off, we still think we're that suit, or we don't, and we realize that we're just another human being living here, being blessed to live here, and you're taking on some silly role. It's so weird. And people don't get that for some reason. And they might be like, well, yeah, I get that now, but they don't take it as deeply as it is. From the time you were born, you were talked into going along until you pick a role, just like a game character. Like, you're literally doing that to yourself all the time. You change your skins, you change the background, you change the outfit. You do that. That's what you're doing in life. Anyway, things are changing, and we can either change them for the better, or we could change them for, like, the technological worse. In a human sense, I know the outcomes either way. And they'd be great if people, like, when people follow me, it's a perfect dimension. And I'm living in that dimension too, on another sense. But people don't get that yet, and I don't want to sound crazy. And I know it sounds wild because I'm hearing it too. That's the thing. It's not like I don't know what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm saying certain things when I'm channeling, which that sounds weird too, but other people have heard of other people that do it, but somehow I'm able to do all kinds of things that I was never able to do before, and they just started happening. And the more they started happening, the more I started trying to develop them more. And the more I started trying to develop them more and following the teachings of the people who developed them, then they would lead me to thinking other things and following other belief systems, which are basically false. So anything you find that comes from anywhere, even the Book of the Dead was written by somebody. Yes, everything that is anything has been a story foretold. I know the story that wasn't told, and I can tell a story about it, or I can just try to put it in the best words I can and make it simple. And that's what I'm trying to do. But then people want more explanation. So you try to give them more without saying anything too elaborate because you don't want to mislead people. It's whatever they want. But because they don't know what they want, they've been following along with the system since they were born. And their families made them because their families were following along since they were born. And their family and their family and their family. And whatever system was going on or wasn't going on, first they were just surviving. And then they got into the business aspect of things. And now we're in this technological aspects of the things. And it will get spiritual. But it either gets spiritual before the end or after the end. And then it starts over. This isn't the first time. This is like the billionth time we've done it. I mean, I don't know how many times in this time-space continuum we've done it, but we've done this. All of us have done this. Even the newborn babies to the old ladies and grandpas dying in the hospital right now. We've all been alive the same amount of time, just not in this one lifetime. And I know that to be a fact. I know that. From my deep down heart and soul, I know that to be a fact. Fact. No doubt about it at all. If you've ever experienced a dream and felt like it was real, you have to know there's something else going on in the world that nobody focuses on. You get distracted by it. As soon as you're young, they take it away. Boom. That's the whole fluoride thing. That's why they're masking it, because they don't even understand it. They don't. If they do, they're in a group following some belief system, and it's corrupt. Not on purpose even. Not all of them are on purposely corrupt. Some of them are just people don't understand, and they start following an idea because they have to have something to learn from. There are methods that are ways to get there, but then you need to drop the method because once you understand that you don't need that to get there, it's there. It's in you at all times. You can focus on other things and you can meditate. You should meditate so that you don't get sucked in by the outside world. More or less, once you have an enlightening experience and you are a realized being, you just meditate to get rid of the ideas that the world gives you every day. Not because you need any help, because you need to somehow help your mind keep other people and their belief systems and their anger and their misunderstandings and their just not knowing. You need to block that out of your head. You need to get it back out. It's not that you need to clear your mind of just any thoughts. You need to clear your mind of the thoughts you don't want. And by putting yourself around people and things that are always doing things that you don't see as a world that would be harmony, you should remove them. And the more you have to be around them, the more you have to get them out of your mind. You have to block them. And you don't mean to be rude to people. You just want to help. And if you say something nice to somebody who's feeling negative, they don't want that. So it's just like because I'm so in love with the world, they want me to be quiet. And I can't be. That's not Dan. That's why I was chosen to do this. Because I am an entertainer. And I'm good at rapping. I'm good at singing. I'm good at performing. I'm good at being honest. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I've known this since I was born and before I was born. Now that I've experienced my past lives, I know that I've done this over and over and over and over. And over. Like, I've experienced everything. They gave me that blessing. I'm such a blessed person. I experienced everything the most horrible and everything the most beautiful. But that's a blessing. Because you understand why. And now you can't really think bad about anything. Anything. I can't really be mad at anybody who's done anything wrong. From, killing one person to killing 1,000 people. To raping and pillaging and all that stuff. We don't need to do it now. We know of it being done. There's no reason to follow it up with more. We know it's wrong. So why would we? I don't know. Why do we kill other people? Why do we hurt other people? Because we weren't brought up from the beginning right. Anyone who's doing something wrong wasn't brought up from the beginning right. And I hate to say it, but just about everybody that's alive is doing something wrong. Even if you're just eating some processed sugar, you're doing something wrong for your body. I mean, you don't need to do that. But now you're addicted to it, and you want to. You say you want to. But once you stop doing it for a little while, you realize you don't want to anymore. Like I saw they're having sausage and fried potatoes and ooh, yum, 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 this stuff that I really like, but I don't want meat anymore. I just don't. Because it doesn't do anything good for your body. And I don't care who says it does. They're wrong. The reason it does good for their body is because someone told them it did, and they believe them. And they can go to any doctor and have a doctor say, yeah, it's good. Your red meat is doing real good for you. No doctor will tell you red meat's doing good for you. It doesn't matter. I don't want to disagree with anybody because nobody's gonna. I'm not claiming to be the scientist or doctor. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you the truth. So it doesn't need to be documented or put on paper or whatever. You just look down on yourself and you'll find the truth. That's why just give me a month and follow some of the other things that I do about spirituality, and you'll understand who we are, what we are, and why we're here. And then you can do whatever you want with your body. You can waste it, you can whatever, but you'll want to bless it, and you'll want to do the most beautiful things in the world. You will. But anyway, that's enough for now. Peace.